Okay, everybody, welcome to our conversation with Sita and Daniel from Intento. It's good to have you guys on. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Um, Tell you what,
Likewise.
before we like jump into what Intento is and how it can help people, will you guys give us an opportunity to get to know you a little bit? What were you doing when you discovered crypto, and how did you wind up together founding Intento? And Sita, you want to go first?
Yes, definitely. My name is Sietse, and I'm currently the co-founder of Intento and also the ecosystem lead. And yeah, how we got into crypto back in 2020, we were deep in the Cosmos ecosystem, and we were researching the potential of automation using cross-chain interoperability. And back then, the most automation in DeFi was very Ethereum centric, custodial, or limited to single chains. So we kept circling one core question, and that was how can we users automate actions across chains without giving up self custodial or building complex smart contracts? And that research brought us to Intento. We saw an opportunity to let users express their high level intents. So for example, if you have an intent to DCA Atom every week or restake my staking rewards. So that's why we came up to build Intento and to turn those ideas into real self-custodial flows.
So, what were you doing before you got into crypto?
Before I got to crypto, I worked at a big four firm in the audit, and before that, I studied business administration and accounting.
I discovered Cosmos because of the Osmosis airdrop several years ago, and once I came over from Ethereum, I drank the Kool-Aid, and I was never going back to Ethereum ever again. And so I love it here. And then Daniel, what about you, man? What's your background?
I did my master's in strategic innovation management, and then it was in 2020 in March, and I saw the market crash. I was thinking back of Bitcoin and crypto because I already invested in it in 2017. And yeah, I immediately saw the potential again and the energy I got from it, and that the current financial system is not fair because governments can print money, and regular people are paying the price for that. So that's something that always stuck with me through those years. In 2020, I was doing my masters, finishing up, and I dove down very deep into crypto in the top projects, and I came across Cosmos, and it stood out right away. The vision of sovereign chains and the interoperability, that's what got me, and I started building and playing around with Cosmos SDK, building eBay like a marketplace, and yeah, for that we needed on-chain automation logic, and that's basically where the spark came from.
Nice. Yeah. I came from TradFi, so when you guys talk about the technical stuff, I might not know what you're talking about, but that's okay because some of the people who are listening are going to be in the same boat. And so, if someone asked me what Intento is, yeah, I would say it's a way to automate tasks that you would otherwise have to take the time to do manually on chain. So, can you walk us through an intent-driven action, what that looks like in practice, and how it differs, I guess, from taking the time to sit down and do it manually?
Yes, definitely. It is what you first told is instead of doing it manually, it's with Intento. It's just yeah, you define your intent. You don't have to remember when to log in or claim your reward and then stake again on each chain. And yeah, with Intento, we make it more simple. Let's say you want to auto compound your rewards every 24 hours if the rewards are higher than 5 atoms. We just execute it for you, and yeah, every time it's more simple for you. So it's intelligent automation, and you set your goal, and Intento it figures out secure steps across the chains to achieve it, and you don't need to write code or scripts.
So when you say securely across chains, can you tell us a little bit about the security? I know it uses auth um, grants, and I know they're certainly safer than smart contracts, but I don't even know a ton about auth. So will you share how the non-custodial aspect and cross-chain transactions are secure, and how Intento approaches that?
Yes, I could take that question. So that's also part of the reason we are building Intento is that, yeah, normally also in Ethereum you have approvals. You have to approve individuals or smart contracts to perform actions on your behalf. If you want to auto compound or if you want to do certain actions. Yeah, we see that there are scams out there, and we see that it's the design is, yeah, not that great. It's definitely not what you want in DeFi, where you want everything to be self-custodial, and that's really where we believe in and why we built Intento. So with Intento, we have the Alt-Z grant going into a programmed account, which only executes when you say it should execute based on your predefined conditions. And because we also believe, yeah, this is the right approach in terms of, yeah, having these narrow grants and having this aspect of security that we have, we also think that this plays a big role and can play a big role with AI and generating intents via AI, and then we can allow you to submit that in a very secure and self custodial way, which wouldn't be possible in any other way.
Okay. So can you walk us through what someone is going to see and what the process? As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll share my screen and I'll pull up the portal. Uh, Walk us through it. What
Right.
does someone do when they get here? Can you guys see the portal?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So this is the Intento portal. We are now, yeah, developing out, and yeah, it is. We were working on it as a trigger portal, and now we are transforming it into Intento portal. So this is kind of a first that you see here. Is how it's going to look like very very soon. Here you can see all the flows that are recently created. And
So
yeah,
what I like is so I send money to people weekly, and then I would love to be able to automate that. And then I used to claim and restake my staking rewards. Gosh, I don't know about daily, but certainly often. And then it got to weekly, and then it got to monthly, just because it takes time and it's a pain. And so I love that we can automate that. And certainly, I'm assuming you guys are familiar with the Restake platform. But so I'm wondering, so how you're different. Could I set Intento up so it's claiming my rewards every 2 weeks, but then on that third week it restakes them?
yeah, that's a good one. So what we can do is, I think, even better in a sense. What we can do is look at the output from a claim action and say, hey, yeah, if that's larger than, for example, one atom, then we want to restake, and otherwise we just leave it at that initial claim. And yeah, that logic that doesn't cost anything extra. So it's an intelligent way to optimize your routine.
So since you say it doesn't cost any extra, how does someone pay in order to set up these flows and to put them in place?
Yeah, so when you are, for example, in a flow builder or any other place you interact with Intento flows, there's basically the estimated fee that's going to come up in the final step. Um, and yeah, this
And
flow
what
builder,
token will that fee be paid in?
that fee can be paid in the supported tokens on Intento, and
Awesome.
it's going to be not just Intento. It's going also to be Atom and other favorite coins in the ecosystem.
I love it. So, for everyone who's watching this, you can play around with Osmosis and Ellis and Cosmos, and of course the Intento chain right now, and do cross-chain transactions and mess around with it. So, I guess that leads me to my question: what are some of the most innovative use cases that you guys have seen so far?
Well, the most common use cases so far are DCA and auto compounding, um, and token streaming, and you can also bridge assets on a schedule. And yeah, the more innovative ones that could include also agent-based rebalancing, cross-chain trading strategies, and yield migration flows, where the funds move between protocols based on your conditions you set beforehand.
So, what are some of the conditions that I guess we know common ones, but have you seen anything that is maybe out of the ordinary? What might someone be doing manually that's a pain in the butt that Intento can automate for them? And then also, is this AI or is it just straight programming? Does my
Uh,
question make sense or no?
yeah. So we have several ways you can optimize your flows, and that's either by feedback loops, taking input, previous input, putting that into a new field, or the comparisons. And what you can do in a comparison is compare that previous message output, but as well fire up an interchain query to a different chain and get, for example, your balance on a chain, and look for that balance. If you have balance, or if you have enough balance, then you're going to do this, or do a different action based on that query.
Yeah, what I love, since I pay a couple people weekly, I would love to set it up where it claims my rewards and makes sure that I have, a sufficient balance, and then pays those people weekly and then restakes whatever is left, leaving a little bit for gas. And, that would save me, oh, I don't know, at least 10 or 15 minutes, if not 20 every single week. And I think that that's huge. What kind of feedback have you guys received so far from people who are using the testnet?
Um, yeah, we've definitely received good feedback. We're mainly focusing currently on integration with other protocols or dApps, and we receive powerful feedback on the integration because that's quite simple. It's non-state breaking for chains and smart contract-based protocols. Besides that, it's non-state breaking.
Sita, you're
So
breaking up a little bit. Will you shut off your camera just so there's less bandwidth necessary?
is it better now?
Maybe there you go. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So
we
continue,
first
please.
focus. Yes, all right. Yeah, the feedback we got it from the users is quite positive. We've also heard from developers who are collaborating with.
I can take it from here.
Yeah, go ahead, Daniel.
That's better.
It's a bummer.
So yeah, we are focused on integrations at this point.
On
So
integrations
we aim
with.
to make it really simple and easy for integrators to integrate, and that's what we've been working on for the past weeks. Is making it as easy as just integrating a single button into your UI as a for all these kind of use cases, DCAing, auto compounding, token streaming. Developers just have to supply us with the amount or the token, or maybe a validator address, and then there's a custom page for you with your custom branding and just a button that connects to your chain, and or the chain you're on, the chain you want to connect with, and there you set up the flow using that token from that chain, and yeah, it's just for users just one click, and everything is in one page, one overview, one way to see the interval, the duration, etc.
So am I understanding you correctly that at some point I can be on the Ellis DEX or the Osmosis DEX and use Intento from the DEX because you guys will be integrated into their front end? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, we
Exactly
are.
that.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Cesar.
we're
Yeah.
working on integration with Alice network on DCAing and auto compounding.
That's awesome.
So
So at
that's
some point,
definitely that will definitely be possible soon.
have you are you doing anything with wallet providers, like to have something in wallet, or is that on the roadmap, I guess?
Yeah,
It's
that's what
definitely
we
on our
are.
roadmap.
Yeah, that's what we get a lot. A lot of people are coming to us saying, "Hey, wow, wouldn't this be cool to be integrated into Kepler or any other of the major wallets?" And yeah, that's something we are definitely seeing something. Yeah, something for the future. Something we are thinking of, and we are looking at, hey, how could this be integrated into Kepler, and how would that look like? And yeah. Um,
What are some of the popular projects and uh, ideal, protocols for Intento to team up with? Who are you most excited about working with?
We're very excited to work with alongside with Alice right now, and besides that, we are also working close with StreamSwap. We're working on a setup that will allow users to subscribe to a stream with just a message transfer and a grant, which is frictionless and secure via our strict authentication mechanism. And also in the future, which is coming soon, we're building a new product, and that is an app to stream tokens from anywhere to anywhere via an integrated DEX platform. This beta will allow users to visually compose token streams with embedded logic. And here you can also configure your start times, intervals, and conditions. And you can monitor your flows as they execute in real time with notifications. This is quite designed for users that want to optimize their trading strategies in a simple and intuitive way. Stay tuned on our X, our website, because we will announce this one soon.
Nice. And so, how would you describe a stream versus something else on the decks?
Yeah, so token streaming is a way to mitigate the impact of the slippage on what you're getting into or out of. Maybe you want to get out of a token instead of DCAing, for example, into a token. And yeah, normally if you just swap to a token at a certain point in time, you risk being going into it very emotionally, like, oh, I really want to buy this right now because it's so happening, it's so hot right now,
Sure.
and that might be the hour that everyone is going into it, and then yeah, you might not it might be very very bad for your trade. So by token streaming, you can say, hey, I want to get into this token today or in the coming week, and you say, let's do that in certain intervals. So you can stream maybe a token in 1 hour every 10 minutes, and then mitigate a lot of the risk, initial risk, or maybe also you want to do it in a day or in a week, or you can say, I want to do that token stream next week. It's all up to the user how they want to use
So,
that.
since the platform uses the auth grants and I'm giving permission to automate everything, how do I revoke permission if I change my mind?
That's a good one. So that's something that's supported in Kepler, for example, and other places. This could be something we would could integrate in the Intento portal, like an
Cancel button.
overview of your grants. But also what we do with the products we build, for example, a submit page on the Intento portal, as well as a new upcoming product, is making the grants also up until the moment, at the last moment, plus an hour or a day after, and then it will expire. So it will expire after you're done with your action
Okay.
or flow.
Okay. And so I think, am I mistaken? Is Agoric similar, but I think you have to know code? Like, who are your competitors, and how might Intento be different? I don't want to use the word better just to make everyone feel good. So just different.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, Agoric is a smart contract based with a custom JSON, and yeah, we are not smart contract based, so we
You
are
have to know
fully on
code
chain.
to use Agoric.
Yes, smart contracts.
Gotcha.
So yeah, as we are mainly focused on managing across chains and the IBC interoperability, and we're Cosmos native.
Yeah, and
So
Okay.
in
that
addition, so yeah, Agoric is building a very very powerful platform, and using it's a smart contract engine, and yeah, you can do a lot there. Definitely, probably more than what you can do in Intento. And Intento is a framework where you just specify an intent, and then the chain executes your actions. So the trust model is very much more on a level where, yeah, you just have to set your intent. You don't have to write a contract, or you have to rely on someone having a contract and then possibly upgrading that contract, or these kind of risks that are typical in any other smart contract platform. These are risks that we want to minify, and yeah, just have a general framework for automation and workflows across chains.
So what I think one of the things in crypto that needs to happen, a real world use case, and not just trading and DeFi. So someone opens up an app on their phone to do something that they would normally do, and they don't care, but it's blockchain rails behind that app and not a centralized server. What are some of the apps, or maybe a better way to ask the question is, what are some of the real world use cases that you see down the road that people can automate?
as real world use cases, we see cross-border payments, for example, or supply chains that yeah are obvious the long-hanging fruit for us. But
Mhm.
we deem that the deeper opportunity is an automated and intent-driven coordination across trust boundaries. These can be streaming remittances, the cross-border payments market. Yeah, is a big market with a large chunk of lost to fees, delays, and intermediaries, especially in poorer regions. And
Right.
senders can set up flows like hey, 25 dollars every Friday for a few months to a recipient on another chain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what I think is
and
go ahead, Daniel.
yeah, maybe in addition, more like use case that's more away from finance could be something like in healthcare, where patients could, yeah, authorize sharing medical records only if a valid request is signed by a licensed practitioner ahead of time. If the diagnosis is from a trusted oracle and is a verified one, yeah, these kind of use cases are a bit more away from what is being built and the possibilities in blockchain right now. But if there would be more, uh, yeah, more things in healthcare or supply chain being built, we can plug into that and help these projects or these organizations to evolve their logic to the next step. Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
one of the things that the healthcare one I think is interesting, where it's like, if the test results come back in, then I'll send you more of my patient information, something like that. Or if doctors want to trade information with each other, if you send me that part, then I'll send you this part. And so, yeah, I love it. Um, well, cool. Well, what is the simplest way for anybody listening to get involved and to give Intento a try?
I think in the link below, try Intento, portal.intento.zone. Because on the Intento portal, you can just try out a flow on the testnet. And we also launched the Intento Points program, which can be found on our GitHub. And early testers can also grant earn points for every action. And yeah, stay tuned on our X and our Discord server.
Nice. And so, when is approximate mainnet scheduled for launch? Do you guys have a date?
We can say soon.
I see you smiling, Daniel.
Yeah. So yeah, we are working on several integrations as well as our major products that we are developing out. And yeah, you can expect those integrations and that product to be there on launch. And when is launch going to be? That's a question for later.
Are
So
you able, are
for
you able to share what project you're talking about, or is that super secret information for the time being?
yeah, we like to communicate that yeah when the time is right. So
I get it.
yeah, very soon.
Cool. And then what about validator community? As a validator, how would we get involved with you guys? How can we support you? How can other validators join the network? Where should they go? Who should they talk to?
Yeah, so yeah, head over to our Discord. We also have a sign up form for Cosmos validators. Yeah, we actually received like over 1,000 applications there, but there are yeah just like 100 Cosmos, 100 or 200 Cosmos active validators, Cosmos Hub, and those are the ones we want to reach out to, and we look for yeah.
So are you
As
are
we
you a
call it,
partial set secured chain?
yes, we're going to
Aha.
be PSS secured. Yes.
Okay, so we actually happened to be so Cosmos had an upgrade maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and because some people missed it and they got jailed, we were bumped up into the active set, which so we celebrated for 4 or 5 days. But
Also,
we are currently inactive on the Cosmos Hub. Um, are only active validators able to support you guys, or are inactive validators also able to spin up machines and support you guys?
yeah, that's something we've been thinking about, and yeah, we can also support. Uh, we want to have good validators that contribute to Cosmos and the community joining us. So we can also support an inactive validator. Should we think, hey, this is a cool validator and is good for the community. So yeah, yeah. Even if you're inactive, head over to the Discord and sign up. As long as you're a Cosmos Hub validator, we can look into it.
So Intento.zone, I think I saw the Twitter link and the Discord link down towards the bottom of the website. So for anybody who is interested in learning more and certainly jumping in the Discord and joining the community, I think that's super important. Well, cool guys, I appreciate it. You guys, what's planned for the rest of the day, the rest of the week? What do you guys have on your calendars?
We're both
Come on.
yeah currently active with the integrations and coordinating with other parties on how we build out the features according to the wishes of the users and also the parties who we are going to integrate with. So that keeps us busy.
Yes, and in addition, there's a blog post coming up about Intento Portal, how you can use it, how you can get into it, and yeah, we just demoed it to you, and yeah, we're eager to show it as well to the rest of the community later on.
Love it. Well, listen, you guys, I absolutely appreciate your time. I love making new friends in crypto, especially within the Cosmos ecosystem. I think that collaboration is really the strength of what happens over here. And certainly over the last couple of years, it's gone from competition to more of a friendly collaboration. And it certainly seems like you guys can integrate with a ton of different, well, all, I guess, the different chains in Cosmos. And so I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to continue to cross paths with you. So I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
cool, guys.
Thanks a lot for your time and yeah, diving into our project and very good to connect here and looking forward to connect in the future as well.
Sounds good, you guys. Have a good day. We'll chat.